All right, guys, welcome back to the Tutor Learning Center and North Range Academy. This is JD Tutor, and I'm here to teach you more about y equals mx plus b. All right, for all you newbies going on this year, in year 2023 to 2024, I'm going to teach you a little bit about this formula. So let's look at, well, first off, before I even do that, let me cue you up to date on some things. So this formula is going to be applied a lot of times to a graph. So let's put this graph into, notice how it's split into 4 quadrants. Here, 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 and here. So quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. All right, so our quadrants are out of the way. Let's look at coordinates. Our coordinated pairs or our ordered pairs are something that's going to fall on something that maybe the teacher has given you, or the problem has given you, or you're trying to figure out what does this line fall on. Let's see. Now, I notice a few things. This line falls on a -6 on the x-axis. Okay. It falls on 3 on the y-axis. All right. So those may be some ordered pairs, right? So, so ordered pairs are always 2 numbers in parentheses separated by a comma, and an x is over here and a y is over here, because we have our y-axis here and our x-axis there. So if we look, 3 falls here on our y-axis, so we'll say 3. Let's look in another direction here. What about a 2? This also falls here on our 2, right up here. I'm going to go with 2. All right, kind of keep them in the same area. All right, so here's our coordinated pairs, our ordered pairs. All right, now let's look at y-intercept. First off, what is a y or even an x-intercept? What is that? It's anything that falls directly on the axis. Instead of calling it the y-axis, because there's a time and a place to call it a y-axis, but in this case, we're going to call it a y-intercept. It falls, the 3 falls right here on the y-axis. And same thing if it falls here, -6. So the x-intercept would be -6. All right, so that would be -6. But we're not going to be too concerned right now with the x. Oh, I just erased everything. Undo, 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 undo. Okay, sorry about that. Let's try to do this carefully. Okay, so we're not going to worry too much about the y-intercept right now. But how do I even know that this is going to fall on the y-intercept? And how do I know it's a 3? Well, I went to Math Papa, I made up a problem, and that problem was y equals 1/2 x plus 3. We're here to mirror the formula y equals mx plus b, which is the slope-intercept formula. All right, and it looks like it. So our y's here. Let's compare. Our y's here. The half is here. In the place of this m, you have your x here, and the 3 is in the place of the b. So let's break this down. So the m part is going to be the slope, and that slope is going up. The slope is the line. All right, and that 3 that falls right here, that b here above the 3, is your y-intercept. And of course, I made this problem up. I planned for that to be the 3. Okay, so let's look at this 3 right here. It does fall. So let's go ahead and dot our y-intercept there because the 3 does fall right on the line. And that is the very first thing that you're going to do. Now, sometimes that b won't even be there at all, but we're going to cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay. If the b is not, well, actually, let's just say if the b is not there at all, you put a 0. So that 3 would be a 0 if that b was not there. So anything that is missing, you put a 0 there. So let's see, 3 right here is our y-intercept. So we did dot that. Go ahead and dot it. That's the first thing that you look at because we have to build off of that. So let's look at that 3. Now let's look at this 1/2, which is our slope. Let's see if we remember rise over run. Okay, rise over run. All right, so that means you rise up to the occasion and you run out the door. No, I'm just kidding. So you do rise over run. All right, so let's look. Our rise is 1, so we're starting from that 3-intercept right here. Okay, and we're going to rise up 1 because that's what it says right here. Okay, rise up 1 and go over 2 and see if it falls on our line. 1, 2, yes, and dot. There we go. It fell right on our line. All right, so let's look at this. Do not dot when you raise up to here. Do not dot this, okay? Because we have another step we need to go to, which is right here. All right, so that concludes everything for now. We're going to get into a little bit of a harder, some sticky situations here with the y's and the x's and things like that later on, how to solve the problem, how to solve a problem and turn it into this. Okay. But we're not there yet. Baby steps, guys, baby steps. All right. All right, guys. So that should be the end of this video. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't think I left anything out. I will see you on the next video.